Good morning. It is Friday, November the 13th, which means it's Friday the 13th today. Which means I'm probably going to die. At some point, and somehow. We'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully I'm recording when it happens. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Yeah, do you know what you're doing? Yeah. Quick Friday the 13th story for you guys. This one time, on Friday the 13th, when I was like 8, 9, we had it off for some reason. I'm not sure why. But anyway, I was out in the pasture at the farm, and standing by this pile of hay, and one of our goats decided to charge me and ram me in the gut and throw me back into the pile of hay. So, yeah. Friday the 13th is bad luck. Scientifically proven. Car ride with Jessa.
Before, with varying degrees of success, the Russians were not very successful. How does one launch an assault on a music hall, a concert venue?
Right, and without tipping our hand too much to our adversaries, we really want to understand what's going on inside that venue right now, and to provide your security forces with the best intelligence and best picture that they could possibly.
I really put off filming this tonight because I didn't know what to say. The day started off just a normal day, right? And by now, most of you heard what happened in Paris tonight. And how do you end a video like this? It's just my daily life after something so momentous and tragic has happened. How do you end it and not mention it? And then, what do you say? It was horrible today. It was a tragedy, not just for the city of Paris and the country of France, but for the entire world. It was horrible. For the first hour or so of the news footage, I was literally just standing, staring at the TV screen, watching what was happening as it was unfolding in front of me. The last time I remember doing something even remotely similar to that was the 9/11 attacks. This is a horrible day for the world. And it's times like these, it just seems to, it either brings out the best in you and you're fighting for humanity, or it brings out the worst in you and you're blaming everyone else and you're blaming a specific group of people. And when a terrorist attack happens, there's always that one group of people that you go for. And Islamophobes, they kind of disgust me. They take the actions of these radicals and they apply it to a whole group of people, and they use it to justify their hatred. That's not how the world works. That's not how any of this works. And the worst part was, at the time when the stories were airing, when the live footage was being constantly updated, no one knew who the terrorists were behind this. They still haven't came out and said, this terrorist organization has stepped forward to claim responsibility. We don't even know if it was Islamic terrorists. But that's who everyone's going for and everyone's blaming right off the start because it's easier for them. It's easier if you can just have this person in mind that you can blame. We don't want to think it was other white people that did this. We don't want to think it was anyone other than this handy scapegoat that the Western culture has built in. What happened tonight in Paris was a tragedy. News reports are saying anywhere from 140 to 158 people were killed tonight, over 100 of which came from one attack. And it's horrible, and my heart was breaking as I was watching it. And when the news was starting to say that the police were raiding the place where the hostages were being held, I was waiting and waiting to hear how many of the hostages got saved. And when it was announced that none of the hostages survived, I almost cried. I sat there in stunned disbelief. And I was just broken inside. The people in France and in Paris, specifically, are our brothers and sisters. And they need us right now. The whole world needs us right now to stand strong and united, but not in hate, in love and fellowship. We have to stand in fellowship with our common man. We have to show the world that we're not these base creatures that will blame and attack anyone who's different. If we do that, whoever is behind these attacks tonight, they win. No matter who they were, if we fall in to the hate, they win. And it sickens me to see how many people have fallen into the hate already. I'm still processing everything that happened tonight. I have a new story planned about the 25,000 Syrian refugees that are coming into Canada. I had this planned before all this happened, and I'm still going to do it because it's important. Because the events that happen tonight will affect these refugees coming in positive ways and in negative ways. So I'm still going to do that story. I'm not sure when I'm going to record it. We need to stand together, not fall apart. I don't even know how to end this. Like, what do I say now? My usual spiel? Whatever happens, whatever the fallout is from the events of tonight, this was an important event in world history. And we just have to wait and see what happens next.